Luke then immediately put before the reader a huge block of story that provides a visual representation of the good news, the healing of a bed-ridden sick woman, a man healed of a skin disease, and a paralyzed man walking again. Jesus also welcomed into his community a tax collector, who was considered an outsider, and forgave a prostitute of her sins. The tax collectors in Israel at the time of Christ were the leeches that sucked the financial blood out of the hard-working laborers of Israeli society and transferred it into the coffers of the occupying Roman Empire, taking as much as they could for themselves. Tax collectors were very despised because they collected taxes for Rome, but Jesus saw this as an opportunity to teach that everyone was accepted if they believed. During the time of Jesus, Israel was divided into various territories that were governed by the descendants of Herod the Great, but Judea was an imperial territory governed by a Roman procurator and the taxes were very high there. Wealthy Jews would bid for the position of tax collector and get even more rich by adding a substantial fee above whatever was owed. There were also publicans like Matthew who collected taxes for customs or tolls on imports, exports, and merchants who came to buy or sell in Israel. The religious leaders especially despised the tax collectors and they were considered unclean because of their contact with Romans. Their testimonies were rejected in court and they were not redeemable under the law of Moses. When Jesus made friends with the tax collectors, his ministry was immediately under suspect. Luke was showing how Jesus' kingdom brought restoration and reversal to the whole life circumstances of people. Jesus was expanding the circle of people who were invited to discover the healing power of God's kingdom.